What is up, podcasters? I am Matt with I Edit Podcasts, and today I want to talk about doing a sound check for your podcast. And there's 4 things that you can do to make sure you're getting killer audio for your episodes. You know I love awesome audio. Now, I think every single podcaster should have a pre-episode checklist. And especially if you have guests, sending that pre-episode checklist is super helpful for you and them, so you have expectations going in. And there's going to be more on that pre-episode checklist than there is on this sound check, but these are 4 things you can do to get awesome audio. Number 1 is making sure that you have the right input selected, and this is pretty self-explanatory. If you have the wrong input selected, which is a huge bummer, I've heard it before, then your audio is obviously going to sound worse. And hopefully something that will help mitigate that and catch it sooner rather than later is the second thing on the list, which is wearing headphones. And this is obviously to help make sure that you are recording, that you sound good and also that your guest sounds good. But also if you're doing a remote interview, then you don't have their voice coming out of the speaker and into your microphone, which is something that you can't get rid of in post-production, and it's a huge bummer. Wear headphones if you are doing a remote interview. The third thing is making sure that you're using your mic correctly. You can see this one is I'm talking into the side of this microphone. It's a side addressed. It's what's called a side addressed. I've seen a lot of people using the Blue Yeti and talking into the top of it, which is like this one. You talk into the top of this. It's called a front addressed microphone, and the Blue Yeti, you're supposed to talk into the side of it. I've seen a lot of people talk into the top of it and use it incorrectly. It's a confusing mic, I understand, and it's a beginner mic as well, which is why it's so prevalent. So make sure you know how to use your microphone and if you are using it properly. Now, the last thing to make sure that you're checking is your levels. Make sure that you're not speaking too loudly. Make sure your levels aren't too loud going into your interface or into your computer or whatever you're using. And you should be pretty quiet when you're going into your interface or your DAW or whatever you're recording into. It should be peaking at around -6 dB or -12 dB. It should be pretty quiet. You should have a lot of headroom. And the reason for that is because you don't want to go too loud. You don't want to go above 0 dB and digitally clip, because once it goes above 0 dB, that audio is gone for good. You're never getting it back. There are plugins that can help, but it's never going to sound the same. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Those are 4 things that you can do to get some killer audio. Oh, I love good audio. All right. If this helped you out or if I'm missing something, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.